So there's no philosophical concept that says if we remove toxic masculinity, then the world would be better. Or if we remove patriarchy, then the world would be better. Choosing to seek the possibilities of truth. This is the Better Man channel, where we are removing the falsehood, the deceptions, the lies of the world, the lies of self, the lies of the ego, the lies of bullshit, in order to actually begin to step up into our true identity, the masculine nature of what it means to expand, conquer, and dominate. We live in a world today where everybody's got an opinion, everybody's got an idea, everybody believes they know the answer and have the cure to the ills of society. And we grab a hold of these philosophical ideas, we grab a hold of these ideologies, these concepts that have been pieced together by those intelligent people that believe they know what it takes to fix the world. And while I believe at first they have some good intentions and their heart's in the right places, wanting to actually correct the atrocities of past and correct the flaws of human error, I believe when we grab a hold of one certain philosophical idea or one certain ideology, and we believe that every part of it rings true and every part of it has to be implemented in order for society to be corrected, to individuals who have ventured off course to redirect their lives into the right path, I believe that's a very erroneous idea. There is no one-size-fits-all ideology or philosophical belief, because while parts of the things may have some truth to it, there's inevitably going to be some deception, some wrong, some flaw, some distortion in all human-made philosophies and ideologies. We as men have this innate nature flowing within us, and it's called whatever you want to call it, the truth, the creator, God, life, Big Bang, evolution. But there's something within us that rings truer than a human-made philosophy, than a human-made ideology. And when we grab a hold of that true nature, that in essence is be good, do good, expand yourself, expand your tribe, and create and conquer. In simplest terms, that's what you're created to do. Be good, do good, expand, and better yourself, better your community. That's what it all boils down to. And when we get all these philosophical ideas and all these isms that point out wrongs and say, well, if we didn't have that, then we could be here. Well, there's always going to be room to lay blame on this and that on a singular scope. But the problems exist outside of one issue. And so anything that is always trying to lay blame, or anything that's trying to fix something with one philosophical idea or one ideology, is always going to set someone up for failure. Because a problem doesn't just have one issue and then it can be resolved. And that's what philosophical ideas or ideologies or beliefs or concepts are trying to do. They say if this would be fixed, then everything would be okay. We'd have this utopian, holding hands, sing kumbaya environment. But that's not true. So there's no philosophical concept that says if we remove toxic masculinity, then the world would be better. Or if we remove patriarchy, then the world would be better. Or if we had this, the world would be better. Or if everybody was some transgender, binary, I don't identify with anything, the world would be better. And if everyone was equal, the world would be better. Those philosophical ideas, those concepts, they're just full of shit and bullshit. And it's, for the most part, less than people that aren't actually wanting to address the real problem, to address the real solution, to address the real issues at hand. And so they're coming up with all these bullshit excuses. Those are where these ideas and these concepts originate, from people that aren't actually wanting to confront the true issue, and that is you're not living up to your true potential. And that's where we come with these gender roles and all that bullshit and all the philosophy behind that. Listen, if you don't know who you are, you'll never become anyone. And if you don't have a kind of a description, a direction to head into as male or female, You're never going to be anyone, and you're going to be confused, and you're always going to be looking for excuses and someone to blame and this and that, and you're going to be transgender one moment, you're going to be a man one day, a woman one day, you're going to identify as this one day. Does that not sound confusion? It's ignorant to say that that is not confusing. And why is it confusing? Because that person is confused because they have no identity, because they're attaching themselves to these philosophies that promise to fix things, but never addressing the true issue. If we want to grab a hold of those unlimited possibilities that await us out there, we have to have a direction, and that direction is truth. Always wanting to discover the ultimate truth, removing the bullshit that has been piled upon us through ideologies, philosophies, and these concepts and these isms that promise you they're going to fix the problem, give you a solution, and set you on the right course. But actually, all they're doing is confusing you, because there's some truths in there, but there's a lot more deception and a lot more falsehood that's actually going to take you off your true course and the innate intrinsic nature that is within you that says seek truth. And that is what we're called to do as men, to be truth seekers, to set the examples as truth finders, and to always be continuing on that journey to something bigger, something more truthful, and to begin to remove the falsehood and deception that human error places on us and that human understanding guides us into. The human intellect, while amazing and powerful, ultimately is flawed through the ego and pride. We've got to remove that with truth. Your ideology, your philosophy as a man should always be seeking the truth, a higher truth, a better truth, which in return gives us higher living, better living. And that's what we as a society, community, individuals need, is the truth. Your philosophy, your ideology should always be the ultimate truth. We take out the magnifying glass, we examine what we've been given and presented, we remove the distortions, hold on to the truth, and keep on this path towards becoming a better man, a better individual, an example that society needs. And thank God, hopefully, God willing, society will grab a hold of these individuals that are leading the way by seeking the ultimate truth and not setting themselves up for failure by settling for lies and deception.